The new GTA Online Summer DLC update, Bottom Dollar Bounties, releases Tuesday, June the 25th, and on Tuesday, Rockstar did drop their first trailer teasing so many good things coming with this new DLC. We have lots of different vehicles that have already been teased, some normal and some police variants of already released vehicles in the past, which I'm sure will be crazy expensive like the ones we have in the game already. We have a very small glimpse into this bail enforcement business and what it will be like for players, some story characters, some new and some returning characters, as well as even more details that you may have missed after watching the new trailer. And so in today's video, we're gonna go through and break down each clip, and you can let me know if there's anything you missed out on as well while watching. I'd also love to know in the comments what you're most excited for with this DLC as well, considering lots of players have really been looking forward to new content in this game for quite a while, and I think this DLC has some really good potential. And for me, it kind of really all depends on how replayable, or I guess how enjoyable the replayability of this bail enforcement content will be. If it's anything like Red Dead Online and the bounty hunting activities and the content that game has, I totally see this DLC lasting quite a while for me in terms of feeling engaging and fun, despite maybe already playing through all the missions offered several times over. But with that being said, let's jump into all of the hidden details, features, and content that you may have already picked up on or may have missed from the Bottom Dollars DLC teaser trailer and reveal. Jumping in, we have lots of details revealed already, the most obvious being the Bottom Dollar bail enforcement burrito van, which will have a cool ability for players if you play this DLC with your friends, where you can hang off the side using the railings and shoot from the van just like you can with the OG DeClassy Granger police variant, for example. We also have the new Bravado Greenwood police car. There are fan-made mods of this car already, so it is great to see Rockstar has made an official police Greenwood for the vanilla version of GTA Online. And then a little bit later, we do have the Bottom Dollar bail enforcement office itself, and the location is what I find interesting here. Rockstar was careful not to reveal too much, but it is clearly across the street from the Mission Row police station, so I hope we have some instances where maybe we can go inside of that police station to pick up more missions, something like that. This is the same clip here from the trailer, but here you could see this yellow vehicle, and that appears to be the new Hyundai Envision 74. It is a hybrid hydrogen electric vehicle in real life, meaning in this game, I would assume it's either going to be completely electric or possibly be even more like the Bravado Buffalo EVX, which is also electric, but with that you get the fake and annoying sounding exhaust speaker sound effects added onto it, something like that. Now we have our first look at one of the Bottom Dollar Bounties DLC characters. This one isn't Ahmad Eccles, but it's in fact her daughter, Jeanette Eccles, who will be our assistant bounty hunter for this DLC, or at least that's just the way she introduces herself. I sort of see her as being our main point of contact, sort of like Jamal is from the Chop Shop update, despite Rockstar alluding to us working more with Yusuf Amir for that DLC before it released. Maud seems to be more of like the advertised character that we already know and are familiar with. We'll get the phone call from her initially. She's who we'll see in the intro cutscene as well, but then her daughter Jeanette seems to be that person in charge of running the Bottom Dollar Bail Enforcement Agency, and that's the one who we're going to continue to get phone calls from later on, I'd imagine. Next up after that, the Bottom Dollar Bounties DLC logo and artwork here, and then we have a shot of the interior of a cop car while we're chasing down a fleeing suspect in a vehicle. We can see that police Greenwood again, but to the right we also have the new police Impaler, which is awesome to see, modeled after the Los Angeles Chevy Caprice police cars. I am glad that they are revisiting the Impaler SC DLC vehicle from this year and adding a police version of it to the game. We also have the police Bravado Dorado, which was another DLC vehicle added with the Chop Shop update, and now we're going to have a police version of that SUV as well. As cool as it would be to somehow upgrade these cars that we already have into police variants, I would imagine that all of these are going to be separate purchases, and they'll also be in the several $1,000,000 range, just like the other police cars from the Chop Shop update in December 2023. Maybe once we complete some challenges and do more content, we unlock exclusive liveries and maybe the trade prices for these vehicles as well, but no idea just yet. Here we have our first real look at what the bail enforcement business will be like. On the PC screen, if we look closely enough, you can make out some of the details on Mod's computer screen, like target priority, payment status, tracking which are completed and which aren't, and also the target's general status of whether they're incarcerated or released, or of course not. There's a little bit more to make out from this, but it is tough to see exactly what those details on the screen are. Judging by the priority column, hopefully it's like Red Dead Online where we have higher priority bounties that you can go after. They'll be more challenging and more involved missions, and of course the payment will be greater as well. Then we have a look at Mod in 2024. Hi Mod. Feeling peachy today. Now we have a look at the standard civilian DLC vehicles like the new overflod Pipistrello supercar that Rockstar has already teased, but here is our second official look at it with a third later on in the trailer that we're going to talk about. But we can also see the Hyundai Envision 74 on the left, and in between those two is a third vehicle believed to be the Bentley Batur. It's got slightly different front and headlights in GTA compared to the real life version, but that's what the community believes to be this DLC vehicle and what it's based on. Next, we can see our character inspecting clues while they're trying to track down one of their targets. There's a dead security guard in the background to the right. Clearly, this target here is hostile. He may not be acting alone, and seeing Red Dead Online clues and tracking elements in these missions will be pretty sweet to have as well. While I'm sure there will be missions where it's just go to a waypoint and either kill this guy or arrest him, there also seems to be more involved missions that you have to do more than just go from point A to point B to find someone. May I hope for a legendary bounty style mission as well, or even infamous bounties like Red Dead Online has, where there are multi-part storylines that you follow for a few targets to capture in this DLC. That would be absolutely awesome. Rockstar did a great job with the legendary bounties in Red Dead, and something similar definitely has its place here in this GTA Online DLC for the most infamous criminals that we're tasked with tracking down and capturing. Next, we have scenes of us bringing in one of our targets alive. More confirmation here that this DLC won't just be about whacking people, it probably will have another emphasis on bringing in targets alive if possible, but then the next shot right after that actually shows what potentially happens during a bounty hunt, where we may meet a little bit of resistance here, judging by the fact our character can be seen firing an RPG at a Super Velito with a buzzard attack chopper lurking in the background in front of the Maze Bank Tower. And if you look closely, you can also see a passenger in the back of the Super Velito who is aiming his weapon at our character, so he's definitely 100% a threat there. We also have another detailed glimpse of another high action mission of an armored mule with a plow on the front, and he's flanked by two vapid contenders. Something just exploded before they cut to this shot, and it was also used as a great transition because in the previous segment, of course, our character fired that RPG at the helicopter and it would have exploded when it hit it. And so that's definitely some cool editing Rockstar did right there. Next, we have more B-roll shots of Jeanette and our character bring in some targets, and then also mod on our computer. And now we get close to the end of the trailer with the bottom dollar bail enforcement burrito once again. We have characters hanging off the side using their standard SMGs to shoot at that armored mule, which may be hinting at the fact that some of these targets will show some great resistance to us, and it may be just up to us and our discretion whether we want to bring them in alive for a big payout or possibly just shoot them dead and be done with it. But in doing so, we're probably going to sacrifice either the full payout or some type of bonus that we would have otherwise received for keeping the target alive so that they can later be brought to justice. Next, we have mod and our character once again, and then finally, we wrap up with another great shot of a bunch of the already revealed DLC vehicles, but I'll go over them again just to be as comprehensive as possible with today's video. From left to right, we have the Hyundai Envision 74, the Bentley Batur, the Police Impaler SC, and then the overflod Pipistrello, followed by another Police Impaler SC. And then the bottom dollar Bounties trailer logo, release date being June the 25th, of course, which is this upcoming Tuesday. I'm sure Rockstar will have another Newswire for us going into more detail on this bail enforcement business that's upcoming, and who knows, maybe even by the time this video gets uploaded, Rockstar may have already released more details, and so I'll have to keep you guys up to date on that. But don't forget about this other little surprise in the cover art for this DLC, because this showcases an older Mercedes E-Class vehicle. I'm glad that Rockstar is going old school with some of these cars. Old doesn't necessarily just have to mean boring, right? It would be great to see some older Audis and BMWs make a return too, like the others from the movie Ronin, for example. That's an awesome movie with some great car chases, but nonetheless, those are all of the details I wanted to talk about from the bottom dollar Bounties DLC, trailer, and reveal for GTA Online. Some details you probably already know most likely, but if it's your first time checking out the new content, here are some details that you don't want to miss, of course, with some being on the more obvious side and maybe some others that you didn't notice when watching this teaser trailer for the very first time. Hopefully you all enjoyed the video here today, and if you did, hopefully I earned your like on it. And of course, if you are new to my channel and you want to stay up to date with all the best GTA Online and Rockstar Games content, then please consider hitting that subscribe button so you don't miss out on a single thing we post here on the channel. Lots of new guides, tips and tricks, things like that when the new DLC update releases on Tuesday. We're going to be going crazy. You can already rest assured and trust my channel with that. But other than that, we consistently talk about updates, news, information, tips, tricks, and even leaks, and I will keep you guys updated updated here on the channel daily, so make sure you hit that subscribe button. If you'd like to follow me over on Twitch, Twitter, and Instagram, those are the best places to get connected with me outside of YouTube, and you're more than welcome to ask me any questions on those platforms. You can follow me at HazardousHDTV, and all of my social media links can be found in the description down below. With that being said, thank you all so much for watching, everyone. Hopefully you all have a fantastic day, and I will see you guys in the next GTA Online video. Adios, amigos.